Yo, what is good with y'all boys, man? It's Trilo. Come on, bro. Come on, man. It's Trilo, man. What's good with y'all boys, man? We doing a reaction vid. We not live on stream right now because as of right now, we are banned on Twitch. No more Omen TV streams, gang. We reacting to shit fully now, gang. We reacting to shit and playing video games. On some calm shit, you heard? We gonna clip farm. Yo, we gon' come on, bro. Hey, just stay on for the ride. I ain't gonna leak too much, bro. Anyways, though, today we reacting to this is the only way to settle this debate. I saw the thumbnail. It's about LeBron. It's about Michael Jordan. I'm excited. Let's get into it. Come on.
Ranking NBA players is useless, but it's
Why?
also really fun. Every NBA fan at some
Okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing. We are 5 seconds in the
point
video.
has created their own ranking. It's like our official pastime at this point. And with the game as data-driven and awards and accomplishments as absolute as the NBA has, you'd think ranking players would be a fairly simple task. But despite the countless efforts to make a flawless, coherent all-time ranking of NBA players, no one can seem to get it quite right. Some players rank too high, others too low, some not even ranked at all. Make any of these mistakes and your ranking will immediately get dismissed.
I agree in a sense, because I think that ranking itself, some people just have no ranking right. At all. You just can't, if you don't know ball, like, you cannot rank. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how I think it would go. Like, you don't know ball, you can't rank. That's just how I'm thinking. Obviously, I feel like that's obvious, but also some of these news stations and some, not news stations, but like some like Bleacher Report or like House of Highlights, they cool, you know what I'm saying? They got it, they know ball. But some rankings just don't make it, and that could be my opinion, or, you know what I'm saying, I could be right, whatever, but that's just what I'm saying. That's just what I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but that's what I'm saying.
Latest attempt of this fleeting
that's
endeavor
what I
came
think.
last week from Bleacher Report when they released their top 100 NBA
exactly.
players ever list, a ranking that seemed relative.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I did not look at it myself, but I saw Flight react to it, and I saw Cash Nasty react to it, and then I saw Cash Nasty react to Flight's reaction. Man, yo, I want a duo like that. Yo, I want a duo like that where I could just react to something, and then he reacts to that, and then I react to that. You guys ever seen the meme where it was like 8 flights and eight flights and like 7 Cash Nasties, and it was like, and then, bro, so many Cash Nasties and flights on your screen just reacting to the same, because Flight would be reacting to Cash, reacting to Flight, reacting to Cash, reacting to Flight, reacting to Cash, reacting to Flight, reacting to the video. You feel what I'm saying? And it would just be all they would just be all up on your screen. Like, you can't even see the video no more, bro.
Relatively good, but was met with an onslaught of criticism. Like everyone else that made an attempt before them, this list was not accurate. Not good enough.
Exactly.
Why is it so difficult to make an all-time ranking that
Who was number 1? 11 was Kobe? That's crazy.
all agree on? I mean,
93 was Jason Tatum.
we all have our own
low-key. 4 Magic Johnson's that's crazy. Above Kobe? I see the actually no, I don't see it. I can't say I see it. Tracy Mack, nah, T-Mac gotta be higher
own
up.
person.
Larry Bird at 8 is cap. I got him under Larry Bird, or under Kobe, just personally. Nikola Jokic at 17? Debatable. Russell Westbrook at 48. That's crazy work. Tim Duncan at 7? Maybe.
Is it even possible?
Shaq at whoa! I just saw
all agree.
Scotty at 28. Man. Oscar Robertson.
Rio.
Cool Pioneer.
I mean, we all have our own opinion.
James Harden at 34 is interesting.
Our own personal bias.
Tim Duncan at 7. Shaq at 6? I don't know. About that.
Possible to make such a list, and if we could, how would we even create it?
Oh, whoa! I just saw 10. Was that Steph? LeBron is number 2? Yo, perfect pause. LeBron is not number 2. I rest my case. That's cap. I don't rest my case. I embrace the case. No pause. I'm going to say this right here, right now. Excuse the goal on this side of the screen. It's from when we went live. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna hide it real quick. LeBron James. LeBron Raymond James is the greatest of all time. I don't care what you say. Okay, look at the accolades. Look at the championships. Actually, don't look at the championships. Mike's got him on that one. Whatever, bro. Look at the accolades. Look at the points. Look at the assists. Look at the steals. Look at the rebounds, man. This guy is going crazy. He's going crazy. He could have done way more in his career if he wanted to. Oh, man. To put him at number 2, I think, personally, disrespect. Is that crazy? Maybe. But I don't think Mike is number 1. I rest my case. Oh, my bad.
Well, believe it or not,
that.
there is a method that we can use to rank every player in NBA history with shockingly good accuracy.
How?
It doesn't use any numbers or data, no formulas or advanced metrics. It is a method way simpler than you would ever think, and yet manages to get results with nearly 100% accuracy. Even crazier, we actually use this method all the time.
For what?
Why don't you own apartment buildings? Seriously,
Yo,
why don't you own these?
flip up, bro. Alright.
Today's video is sponsored by
Bro,
SeatGeek.
you got me,
Whether
bro.
you're looking for concert tickets
You
or the best
got
seats
me.
at the game, SeatGeek it's only on SeatGeek.
You got me, gang. I ain't gonna lie. You got me.
Last week, Bleacher Report released their top 100 NBA players ever list. And to absolutely no one's surprise, people were not
hella
happy
inaccurate.
about it. Among some of the more glaring complaints about Bleacher Report's list include Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the now MVP, Finals MVP, and champion, not even making the list. Jason Tatum
Shai should have been on
landing
there.
at 93. John Stockton ranked ahead of players like Chris Paul and Kawhi Leonard, and of course Kobe Bryant, falling outside of the top 10.
Yeah,
Despite
that's
pulling their
crazy.
staff
I think
of
that's
NBA experts,
insane and-
writers, and editors,
Nah.
the results of this comprehensive ranking only left people confused and annoyed. Ranking players should not be this difficult.
I
And
agree.
yet
I
it
agree.
is. But to understand why it's so difficult, we first need to understand why every ranking, no matter how thought out it is, how logical the criteria is, how much data was used, always falls short. One popular approach that some fans and experts have taken over the years is the formula method. Create a point-based system and apply those points to various factors like career stats, accolades, and impact to make an objectively accurate ranking. A method that has been tested countless times with varying levels of success.
Formula method. Crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I've never heard of that method. I might just try that method. Hey, should I do a ranking vid? Should I rank my top 10 players? Actually, I can rank them right now. At number 1, hot take. Hell no. LeBron Raymond James. Why'd I say it like that? LeBron James. Number 2. Michael Jordan. Number 3. Kobe Bryant. Number 4. Stephen Curry. Curry. I'm being realistic. Stephen Curry is my favorite player all time. But he is one of the best players all time, for sure. But if he gets another chip, he's in the GOAT debate. Is that a hot take? If he gets another chip, he's in the GOAT debate. Bro, I've been watching him for since he got in the league in 2009, man. I'm 32 years old. What, I was like... Oh, shit, my bad. What, 32 years old? What, I was like 2009? Damn, 2009, what? 60, that was 16 years ago. Holy shit, I was 16. Yeah, bro, I was 16, bro. I was dead ass 16, bro. I was watching him, bro, back when he got in the league. He didn't look, you know what I'm saying, the best. Like, he was slim, you know what I'm saying? No pause, but yeah, bro. I don't know. I was watching him back when he was in the league, like when he just entered the league. I seen the potential back then. I ain't gonna lie. I dead seen the potential back then in Curry. Like, I knew he was gonna be one of the best players of all time. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, I'm 32. I seen it all. Let's just say I've seen it all, bro. Redeem team, dream team, this last year's team, I don't even know what they called themselves. But yeah, I think the Dream Team was tough. The Redeem Team was really tough.
Some of the first advanced NBA statistics, created a formula to determine his all-time top 100 list. His criteria being a point-based system that put varying levels of weight into factors like MVP shares, finals MVPs, win shares, and career box plus minus. A formula that resulted in LeBron as the GOAT, Jordan second, Kareem third, Duncan fourth, and Karl Malone 5th all-time. This list also features Harden at 13, Hakeem at 19, Steph all the way down at 27, and Isaiah Thomas at 65. This Reddit user went through the trouble of creating an entire model from scratch to achieve the goal of, as he put it, quantifying careers using a formula that combines accolades with simple advanced stats while compensating for era and benchmarking, plus adjusting the weights of the formula against approximate expected rankings using least squared regression.
Too money, bro. Too much, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Too much. You could have just gave your opinion, got hated for it. Like, too much, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You're doing too much.
In other words, he used a whole lot of stats and accolades, made some applicable adjustments, and put together an all-time top 100 ranking. The results came in, and people hated it. The glaring flaw in this method, as well as every other method that attempts to be completely objective in its approach, is that it's not objective. Even concrete things like stats and awards will inevitably have some sort of weight or value attached to them based partially off of opinion. What is a championship worth, and how do you factor it in? Should there be an era tax?
A championship is hard to get, gang. Ask CP3, bro.
Players who played half a century ago?
Ask CP3
if
and
there
Scott
is,
Foster.
when does it no longer apply? The 80s? 90s? Is peak more important than longevity? Or is it the other way around? Even awards themselves like MVPs and DPOYs are voted on by people with their own personal bias. Creating some sort of formula involves attributing value to all of these things, but without any impartial method of weighing all of these factors without injecting some sort of personal bias, the pursuit of creating a perfectly accurate ranking becomes virtually impossible. So, what if we just remove the personal bias? What if we strictly use data and numbers, two important factors that have no bias?
What do you mean remove the personal bias? I mean, how are you gonna do that though? Like using a computer and
to make a completely accurate
he's on to something, I ain't gonna lie.
all-time ranking? Well, because the rankings get really weird really fast. For example, Box Plus Minus has Nikola Jokic as far and away the best player of all time. It also has Luka Doncic 4th, David Robinson 6th, and Tim Duncan 19th. But in the right hands and with enough data, and when used in conjunction with one another, a purely data-driven approach could lead us in the right direction. And this is what Ben Taylor of Thinking Basketball did back in 2017 when he created his top 40 list. As Ben says when describing his methodology, I won't attempt to balance Kobe's championships with Shaq, nor do I care about accolades like all-star teams or the number of Hall of Fame teammates someone played with. I also don't care about how many rings a player won. The very thing I'm trying to tease out is who provided the most lift. Instead of trying to assign value to things like rings and MVPs, Ben's list ranks players based on who provided the largest increase in the odds of a team winning a championship over the course of their career.
That's tough. I agree. Let's see what he's working with.
Specific method and reasoning is probably the best out there when it comes to seeking an objective ranking, using the best advanced metrics available and using them logically to find the most accurate conclusion. The results of this:
LeBron James at number 2, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at number 1. I don't like that.
Advanced metrics available and using them logically to find the most accurate conclusion.
Oh, hold on. I keep passing.
Using the best advanced metrics available and using them logically to find the most accurate conclusion.
Number 40, Ray Allen. 39, Clyde Drexler. 38, Kevin McHale. Elgin Baylor. Artis Gilmore. Paul Pierce. Jason Kidd. Walt Frazier. John Havel. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I never have. Bob Petit. Rick Barry, Patrick Ewing, John Stockton, Mose Malone, Scottie Pippen, D Wade, tough. That's tough for D Wade. I ain't gonna lie. Steve Nash. I don't know if I missed some. Whatever. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm not going. Okay, Steve Nash, Dirk, Jerry, Julius, David, Carl, Kobe at number 13 is Oscar, Larry, Magic, Wilt, Kevin, Tim, Hakeem, Shaquille, Bill, Michael, LeBron, and Kareem. Where's Steph? Is it because the team, like, he never left the Warriors? Whoa. Did I just miss some? Am I bugging?
Updated in 2022.
Oh,
and
he
are
updated
generally
in 2022.
accepted as a really solid list without the...
No, invalid. 16 for Steph is invalid. Do not let Flight see this list.
Outliers are massive holes that other lists have.
That's all I'm finna say. D-Wade at 25.
The problem is, this is not an all-time player ranking. As Ben stated, this list is a player evaluation, not necessarily a ranking of the greatest players of all time. And it's evaluating how good these players were, their abilities and their effectiveness in using those abilities, not how great they were or what they accomplished. A great exercise in determining which players had the largest impact on the court, but not the best method in determining how that impact actually translated to tangible success. For example, this method is providing evidence that Karl Malone had a larger statistical impact than Stephen Curry over the course of his career, but I'm not sure if there's a single human being on planet Earth that would argue Karl Malone is greater than Steph is. Using purely statistics and data to rank players removes valuable context that certainly matters when evaluating how great they were throughout their career. However, allowing awards and achievements to partially dictate rankings will inherently skew the results due to personal bias and variance of opinion. So looking at it through either of these lenses will lead you to inaccurate results.
True.
But maybe we're looking at this through the wrong lens altogether.
What has
we
he
as
been
fans
saying?
are going to be biased. It's the very nature of being a fan. My team's great and they can do no wrong. So if we need to factor everything in, but we cannot do that without inserting some sort
of... Is that Buddy Hield?
Wrong. So if we need to factor everything in...
No, it's not Buddy Hield, but it looks like him.
But we cannot do that without inserting some sort of bias. What if instead of trying to remove all bias from the equation, we factor this bias into the equation by asking fans what it is they value most when ranking players? If the accuracy of the rankings is determined by the fans, then so should the criteria. Well, that's exactly what this Reddit user did. Back in 2020, an NBA fan on Reddit took it upon himself to survey other NBA fans, 662 of them to be exact, on not just what's important to them in terms of greatness, but even what kind of fan they are. Among some of the questions asked were, how long have you been watching the NBA for? The most popular answer was 6 to 9 years. On a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a fan of the NBA are you? Over 80% of the results being at least an 8 out of 10. But here's where things get interesting. One of the questions asked was, what do you think is more important in a player's career? Team success or individual success?
Team success.
52% of voters said team success, and 48% said individual success. Almost an even 50-50 split between NBA fans in response to a very important question with two very different answers. Even more revealing, voters were asked, what are the top 3 most important measures when evaluating who the greatest of all time is? The number 1 answer? Career stats, followed by number of championships, number of regular season MVPs, total win shares, and career advanced statistics. The near 50-50 split between the importance of team success versus individual success visible in the almost even voting split between career stats and number of championships. One person can make their...
662 people respond to this. Some people said all NBA teams. 2 people said that. Yo, I'll give you. Nah, fuck that. You're bugging. You're bugging. Career win rate. Yeah, maybe. Total win shares. Okay. Career stats. I see where they're coming from. Number of All-Stars. I think that's what it says. Number of All-Stars. You're absolutely tripping. I ain't gonna lie. You're absolutely bugging. Number of championships matters.
Rankings based on how good a player was.
That's what I would say.
Another person could make their rankings based on how much success the player had.
That doesn't make LeBron not the GOAT because he only has 4 championships. But that doesn't also make him the GOAT that doesn't make Mike the GOAT because he has 6. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know. He's right about bias, though. I ain't gonna lie. He's definitely right about bias.
How exactly can we make a player ranking that is agreed upon if we can't even agree on what actually matters, or at least what matters most? No matter what approach you take, no matter how much personal bias or opinion you try to take out of it, the results will always end up skewed in some sort of direction. There's just too many factors, difference in opinion, difference in what matters most from fan to fan. But there is one way,
I agree.
One method that has been proven to be the best way to get to an accurate conclusion about things otherwise not agreed upon. What is this scientifically backed method?
Yeah.
It's the exact one Bleacher Report used. Ask people. Have you ever seen the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
No.
It was a game show where contestants
yes, I have. Yes, I have. I'm lying. Yes, I have.
With each correct answer winning them more money and progressively getting more difficult until the eventual $1 million question. Now, this game show would feature one sole contestant at a time who had to answer these questions by themselves. However, each contestant was granted what were called lifelines, tools the contestant could use to help them answer difficult questions. These 3 lifelines were 50-50, eliminate 2 of the 4 options in a multiple choice question, leaving the contestant with a 50% chance of getting the right answer. Phone a friend, where the contestant could call a friend live on the show for help. And the third one was Ask the Audience, where each member of the audience would vote on what they thought was the correct answer to any given question. All of these lifelines were valuable, but one of them in particular resulted in the correct answer far more than the others. The 50-50 lifeline, as the name suggests, got contestants to the correct answer about 50% of the time.
True, that makes sense.
Resulted in contestants getting the correct answer 66% of the time. But asking the audience resulted in the correct answer 92% of the time.
92%? Holy shit. I'm gonna keep it a bug. I thought it was gonna be like phone a friend. Because 50-50, obviously not 50-50, is 50%. But I thought it was gonna be like phone a friend. Damn.
The most accurate method of coming to the correct answer for any question in the show's history. And this is a demonstration of a concept known as the wisdom of the crowd, an idea that refers to the collective judgment of a group of people often being more accurate than the judgment of any single individual, even an expert. And it is an incredibly accurate method of arriving on the correct answer to any logical question. In 2011, the BBC network put this concept to the test by filling a jar with jelly beans and asking 160 contestants how many jelly beans they thought were in the jar. The answers were absolutely insane, ranging from 500 to 50,000, and yet somehow they're—
Yo, you gotta be bugging. 50,000? Hold on, we'll come back. Hold on.
How to test by filling a jar with jelly.
You think there's 50,000 jelly beans in there, gang? 50,000? You know what 50,000 looks like? Oh my gosh, you're cooked. 50,000 jelly beans in that jar? Holy shit, you're cooked.
Beans and asking 106, absolutely insane, ranging from 500 to 50,000, and yet somehow their collective average was unbelievably close to the actual number. After conducting their experiment, it was revealed that there were exactly 4,510 jelly beans in the jar. The average guess among all 160 participants, 4,515. Despite their variance,
including the 50? Damn!
Answers. On average, the participants were able to get within 99.9% of the correct answer. By aggregating the opinions or estimates of many individuals, the errors and biases of individual judgment tend to cancel each other out, leading to a collective result that is closer to the truth. And in possibly the most roundabout way I could conjure up, I think this same exact concept can be applied to ranking NBA players on an all-time list.
How? Excuse me, how?
Regardless of what the individuals value most and our own personal bias, if you ask enough people, chances are you'll more than likely end up at an accurate result. Better than strictly using stat-based metrics, better than the eye test or a combination of multiple factors. Simply asking people who the greatest players of all time are will show you exactly who the greatest players of all time are. And
okay, now I'm kind of seeing what he's saying.
Found within the results of Bleacher Report's ranking. Someone ranked Kobe Bryant 18th all time. Their personal top 100 ranking is probably a little wacky. But this vote inadvertently balances out someone else who voted Kobe 4th all time. Same goes for every single player on this list. Someone had Jokic 12th all time. Another voter had him 28th, and everyone else had him somewhere in between. The range of votes for Charles Barkley are probably the largest of any player on this list, with one vote for him as the 18th greatest player.
That's so cap. Whoever made that list, yo, reevaluate your life, reevaluate your situation, reevaluate your ball knowledge, because you are wrong. Chuck does not deserve to be top 20. That's all I'm saying. Maybe top
74th
40
greatest player. With
not
individual
top 20,
rankings like this, you'd think the final result would be a mess. And yet Barkley ended up being ranked 25th all time.
Top 25? How?
Right about where he should be. Can we make a completely accurate ranking of the greatest NBA players ever? Well, we can get really close. In terms of how we would create it and what it would look like, you're looking at it. This isn't a matter of opinion, it is a statistical principle. As Bleacher Report put it when describing their methodology, it's an impossible task, especially when confronted with the reality of comparing players from different eras. Stats help, but calculators won't ever figure all of this out. But asking enough people
maybe will.
Just might.
Tough. I ain't gonna lie, that's tough. Yo, Jimmy, that was so tough. You got me, Jimmy. You got me, Jimmy. Well done, bravo. Bravo, Jimmy. Bravo, Jimmy. I'll give you that. I ain't gonna lie. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Bravo, Jimmy. You got me. You got me. That was good. Bleacher Report. I did not know they did that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I did not know they did that. Hey, let me know if y'all want me to make my top 100. I ain't gonna lie. I could make a top. I don't know about top 100. I feel like my top 100 wouldn't be super valid. Maybe a top 50, top 25. Let me know. I'll definitely make that for y'all, man. Anyways, though, appreciate y'all for watching, man.